spectacular. Tonight's kickoff brought to you by Q2, a last hurrah and a last chance to leave a lasting impression at home for Austin, of course. It's playoff positioning and a potential first seed that they have in mind. Here's Kalmanic to Fagundes as Austin start in fine fashion. An open header for Stroud. Fantastically done by the Vernon Black. The quickest goal of the year for them. And what a time to produce it.
Fagundes creating the 2v1 situation, and Jared Stroud, the composer, he fakes out Tim Melia. Melia, known for being a shot-stopping goalkeeper, reacts to Jared Stroud, but this 2v1, Diego Fagundes peels out wide to bait Graham Susie in, and that delayed response from Susie costs SKC and Sebastian Driussi. He's been doing this throughout the season. His ability to arrive in the box, he hesitates at first, but then finds the far post, goes in there and gets a deserved. When you play against Sporting KC, it's a dogfight. This team will fight. And lastly, manage the press. They've done that well, playing forward.
Which they are now, again with Stroud inside. Jared Stroud, so unlucky. Back off the post. Won't quite happen for him. He's still looking for his first MLS goal. He was this close, Michael.
And he does well to create the angle. He's going 1v2 against those defenders. When defenders don't step up to you, have a go. It's a good measured strike on his weaker foot, but it's well taken. He's aiming for that near post.
6 potential Austin targets dotted amongst the Kansas City defenders. That's a great shake to it, and Cascante's header is in! What a free kick! And what a header by Julio Cascante, almost facing the wrong way. He didn't see it go in, but they did. It's 2-0 Austin.
Austin FC are in Verde Dreamland tonight. Beautifully flighted ball in from John Kalmanic. Such a good crosser of the ball. And Julio Cascante, he just wanted it more. Tussling with his defender. Doesn't know much about this, but creates a little bit of space on Kyrie Shelton. And the whip on this ball, so difficult to defend. Austin FC, they're looking like the team at the top of the table. The hunger and the energy and the fight they're playing with.
What a service from the Slovenian. Bring a different dimension in whatever position he plays it. That's a good tackle. Driussi was dispossessed. Now danger here. Ilie setting it up shallowly into the side netting, and Austin escaped their first real moment of peril.
Danny Pereira, that's something he needs to improve in. Picking and choosing your times, when to dribble and when to just get rid of the ball. And when this ball gets wide.
Johnny Russell, who's never been to Pflugerville. He's not going to go to Scotland, by the way, despite all his recent great form. Wasn't selected by the Scottish national team as this shot comes in. And that is right down Burnett for Brad Stuver. Driussi onto Gite. He's pulled wide again. Moussa Gite with the curl. Oh, and Tim Melia made life interesting there. Rings there again, but it falls for Russell, who drove it down into the ground, and as a result, up and over the bar.
And he almost had lunch and dinner on this strike if that ball would have bounced in the top corner, but Stuver had that covered.
That's loose from Pereira, and it's picked off by Russell. This could be a problem. Johnny Russell! Stuver to the rescue. And away from Pochettino. In ungainly fashion, doesn't matter, got the job done.
Johnny Russell anticipates this errant pass from Danny Pereira. Brad Stuver, he makes himself big, and that half step, crucial block from Lucas.
Stumbling counterattack, but it worked out very nicely in the end. And now it's Fagundes with the corner, and it's Driussi!
All Tomas Pochettino needs to do is be solid, be consistent tonight.
Now Cascante has invited Jared Stroud to gallop forward. Some tired legs there for Stroud, but he keeps his wits about him. And Fagundes couldn't finish. Tim Melia with the recovery save.
This is unselfish play from Jared Stroud. His second touch let him down, but this pass, a beautiful pass. And Fagundes, that you have to applaud Tim Melia. That is an incredible save from him. And Fagundes
And it would be one of the biggest scalps they've taken all season long. But can Austin complete the job is the rather tantalizing question. They have a recent history of not starting second halves well. Cascante, that's a strong piece of work from Julio Cascante, and now Fagundes racing forwards and open is Stroud. Can he finish? Jared Stroud! He ignites the crowd. Jared Stroud has finally broken his duck and his first goal in MLS.
When Diego Fagundes picks his head up, he sees Jared Stroud, the pride of Colgate, who hits a minty fresh finish into the bottom corner. Well done by Jared Stroud to compose himself. Takes a good first touch and good second touch to shift the ball out from his feet. And when Tim Melia comes rushing out, the bottom corner is begging in the league to go to Colorado and get a win, Austin FC.
All the way back, game number 2 of the season. Here we are in the penultimate game of the year. That's a header down and a lifeline. Just as we're saying, Sporting Kansas City are not going to go quietly. They announced their intentions, and it's that man who's back on another scoring chair. It's the 10th game in a row he's got a goal or an assist. But he made the most of this.
Oh, and this ball comes in. Johnny Russell, he's outside of John Komanich's shoulder, but then he cuts across Komanich. Alex Ring caught in no man's land when that ball's in flight, but Johnny Russell does well to get inside John Komanich, who doesn't have any idea he's there, and he powers that into the ground.
Yes, he can. Sebastian Driussi on the move. Inside he goes. Cecilio Dominguez. The cutback to Fagundes. Everything but the finish.
And congratulations to Owen Wolff, Teen Wolf, on making his debut tonight.
Headed down for Cascante. And Kolmanich, that should just about do it. We've had 5 minutes of stoppage time. The final whistle sounds. The final first season of Austin FC here at Hughes 2 Stadium ends on a hugely positive note.